it will be kind of a creature. I don't know how to explain what it will be, but it will be something beautiful. So it is wire, like this, and I just want to wrap it in the wool, and later so it will be kind of a doll or kind of an angel. But first, why sometimes we make toys on armature? Because they become more flexible, more durable, and wire sets the shape, and it's very beautiful. But when you are just a beginner, remember that wool, when you wrap wool and when you start stabbing, you can kill your needles much more quicker. So because you know that needles felting very fragile, and when they meet with iron, with the wire, they can be broken easily. So remember that, be attentive. And then what I do, I take very thin wire like this, and then I wrap it here like this. I like this type of wire. It's very invisible sometimes, and I use it. It's not expensive, and I use it in many works. For example, when I make Christmas wreaths, when I make some toys, I like. And I know that, of course, I like toys on the wire armature. But when I started creating felting, of course, I didn't do this because I always broke my needle, and it was so disappointing and it was hard. But step by step, I can do this. So look what I'm. So this is a very tricky place here, and I just wrap, and then I go like this. It's better. Now I do like this, and you know that that is the loop. And as you understand, so legs, body, arms. Yeah, so I something like this. Hi, I'm making a toy, armature toy. Okay, and I think that's enough, and I cut it, and so now I will wrap this with wool, and I will make this creature. Okay, so and yesterday I was in Tivat, and hello Emily, hi. Yesterday I was in Tivat. It is a town in Montenegro, and it's quite unusual. It doesn't look like other places, and there are a lot of sculptures, Oh, and I wanted to show this one. So this is this needle, several needle in one set, and when you make something big, so it helps you to do it faster. And it was my kid, my son. I'm at home, so look, I just opened it and I can take a needle like this. And I start counting. Look, I do it carefully on a wire because I don't want my needle be broken fast. You know, I can break my needle, and you know that sometimes it's really stuck in these wires. So yesterday I was inspired by sculptures, by something new sites, and Porto, Montenegro and Tivat. They are kind of glamorous places. Now very small street with some luxury boutiques like Celine, Ralph Lauren and something, and nice embankment. So I'm not an addict, but anyway, sometimes it's nice to change the view, to see. Hi, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm laughing about hair because I wasn't a hairdresser about 4 years, and I cut my hair by myself. So I don't have my hair cut, I cut them. And now look. Now I'm not going to make it very neat, very solid, just to keep this shape. Yes, to keep this shape. And I continue with arms and legs, and I know that will be very difficult. It's not difficult, it is boring. Okay, and anyway, things about hair. And now let's go to legs. And there is a little trick. I stab this fluffy here to the body. This edge to this edge, edge to edge. Like this. And then you start wrapping carefully. Like this. So and first you strap here to keep it. It will be a kind of a stature. Sometimes I just want to make something and I can't stand. I can't stop, so don't stop me now, no? I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time, so don't stop me now. And now, look, yeah, something like this. Now it's look a bit creepy and like a mythological creature of underground, yeah, so, but anyway, when we start creating felt, when we just start, you know that there is yarn wool, or there is some felted wool. You look at this, I'm sorry, you look at this and you can't believe that really I can create something out of this. incredible, but yes. And you know that this this is um, therapy, kind of a therapy. When you, what is, tell me, what is give me moderator? What do you mean? I'm afraid. So what do you mean, moderator? Am I doing something wrong or right? I don't understand. Okay, and then we continue wrapping. So like this. What does it mean, a moderator? So oh, I feel myself okay. I really hope I make something beautiful. Yeah. And look, again, I start here to stick it, yes, to and up. You know that as I told, it's not so difficult as it's taking time, taking efforts, and it takes patience, a lot of patience. It involves a lot of patience. So, and step by step, because we stab wool, and step by step, you doing something. Still something. Oh, hacker, so thank you. But do you like me doing this felting thing? Do you like wool? Do you like all these crafts and something? You know, I got used to create felting like this in my hands, but of course it's better to do on a felting mat. So now I'll show you my felting mat. And today in the morning I created this. I don't know, it's something cosmic, or I just sat and was in my thoughts and created. And look, this is my felting mat, and this is my felting mat. They are absolutely perfect for me. Giant, but very convenient. So, and I was happy that I've made them. And so it's better to create on felting mats. And I often stab wool on felting mats, of course, because it's safer, it's convenient, because it's very tiresome when you always do something on your hanging arms. But anyway, so it's my not very good habit in felting that I do it like this very often. So look, it's still something strange and creepy. And look, not enough wool here, and I take some wool, and again I stab this at the edge, and then I wrap and stab. tell me please, where are you from? How old am I? I'm 44. I miss in post how, if we compare with the classic literature, so it's according to Balzac, this French writer Honoré de Balzac, I'm in post Balzac age. 44, yes, 44. And so let's finish with legs and go to arms. You know that is thinner, yes, that is thicker, but how to remove this thickness? Just stab. You know that to remove, you know that it is a bit fluffy, yeah? And to remove this thickness, now I will show you this, how to remove. And you know that I love me, I like me, despite the age. So, and thank you for loving, for liking. Yes, I am married. And to make something narrow, thinner, you just stab many times, and you can see how it is lessening. So I lessen this by stabbing. Where? Oh, he's at work, and you know, I'm married for a long time, very long time, for 25 years already, and it's a long story. And you know, I love my husband so much. So I just, maybe it's a bit weird for everybody who joined, but so hacker asked me a question about husband, and I just answer. Look, it is very close, it's became thinner, yes. How I reduce the volume? I just stab many times. And you know, yesterday I had a workshop with children, and we tried wet felting technique. And you know that the common question, why you do this so fast? I want to do this. Is it difficult? So please help me. And you know, I always explain. So I'm sometimes very boring person, that you know that I've been creating felting for 10 years. So it takes time, step by step, and you know, it doesn't look exciting. But anyway, so yes, so, and as I told, it is therapy to see that from nothing we get something interesting, beautiful, recognizable, familiar. And now arms. So again, I step at the edge, for example, look, so and I wrap like this. So this is the rest of wool. I told the main rule in felting: when we don't cut wool, we tear it off very gently, and it must be very tender movement. So you just tear it slowly, carefully, maybe not slowly but carefully. And so look, And you know that honestly I love the sound of felting. I think that it is one of the best sounds. And you know that I am creating some paintings out of wool, and I have an idea to use wool instead of canvas. Not this wooden frame and canvas, but to use paintings like this. And I think that it can be independent painting. And sometimes I catch myself thinking that why painting of wool so enigmatic? Maybe because it is very natural material, and it's very tactile, very alive. So yes, my husband, no, not now, not right now, not right here and right now, but yes, we are together. So you're asking so many questions about husband. And so I'm finishing, and as I told, it's very not difficult process, but it's long, quite long, taking attention, involving. So you're very involved in this because you can stab yourself, and it takes time, patience. But look, so it's more and more visible and understandable. Okay, and again. So we stab it here first. I stabbed myself. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. And now I always ask, maybe you want me to create something, some animal, book character or anything. I can. So for example, so what time, you know that it is Middle European time. I have, now it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It is northern hemisphere, and European time. You know, I live in Montenegro, and yeah, if you really want to know what is this, what creature is this, you can watch video today. I will make video and tell me, do you like it or not? What is the creature? So it was about 30 minutes, so 25 minutes for now. 5 p.m. Oh, okay, so it's 3 hours difference. And where are you from, hacker? Yes, it is wired. Yes, so there is a wire, this wire inside. So course it will be quite movable. Yes, it can move arms and legs. Heck, where are you from? And 30 minutes for now, yeah, 26. And so it's something, but it's not ready yet, and it will take about maybe 3 hours more to finish completely, to make it neat, beautiful. It's a lot of work ahead, a lot of work, but anyway, so I think it's I'm from Montenegro, so it's, I hope it will be beautiful. And you know that I will show you later what kind of creature I created, but I want to show you the difference between wired and not wired. For example, so the simplest toys, this one. So this, I told you I'm from Montenegro. Look, this is a cardinal. Yes, cardinal. And it is made in very primitive, simple way. So I took head and a cone, just cone of wool, and then I just put red coat on him, and it is a cardinal. It's the same, but it has cone, head, cone, but it has wired hands. For example, it can move hands because there is a wire inside. But this body, it is just a cone. It's made of wool completely. It is very simple, and I'll show you. For example, this horse. Yes, this horse legs are made of wire. And look, so how flexible it can be. Yeah, so for example, when we make toys on wires, yeah, so like this. Yeah, and but it takes time. And so please stay tuned and watch my videos. In my opinion, I have a lot of nice ideas. Maybe the quality and production of video is not very well, but it's not very good, but I try to show you what's inside my head, what my interests, what I like, and I make video about this. And please watch my videos, of course, so like them, subscribe, and write me what you want me to create, what you want me to make, maybe on live, and with pleasure I will do it for you. And of course, let's be friends. And of course, I will show you some details about felting, some things very important for beginners and for people who are interested in this. And that's all for today, and see you soon. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye.